Episode 3 of Sweet Home Season 2 has Soo-young dying and Young-soo crying as they leave her. Yoo-mi-young finally heals and hides as Ik-young finds her fiancé, the same MH that Yoo-mi-young is friends with, and breaks down. Her kid moves and she faints as Yoo-mi-young watches. Lim is brought in front of the officials and the Prime Minister. Turns out, he hid the vaccines from them and refuses to cooperate. The Green Home residents finally arrive at the shelter. The hitchhiker, Ho-sang, is beaten up for not being allowed to take in his belongings. Private Park Chan-young is revealed to be a famous baseball player. Sergeant Tak arrives at Bamseum and is told his platoon is dismissed. General Han, who created the unit, reveals that it is over. However, he warns him not to go to the shelter. At the shelter, everyone who enters is cut and tagged. Whoever's cut heals instantly is quarantined. Eun-yu finds something odd with Ji-soo, who looks like she is about to faint, but she is in pain from the injury Jae-hwan inflicted on her at Green Home and then as a monster. However, at that moment, it is announced that all survivors are welcome and Ji-soo is allowed to go. Meanwhile, Sergeant Kim warns one of Tak's men, Jin-ho, of the sergeant's ruthlessness. It cuts to Tak standing in front of a shot General Han. However, Han shot himself instead of answering Tak. At the lab, the Prime Minister shoots Lim's hand and threatens to wipe the shelter before the humans have a chance to turn. Lim simply agrees and the Prime Minister starts bombing the shelter. As the first rocket hits, the survivors start running. There is a stampede and the Green Home residents are separated. Ji-soo finds Young-soo and runs to him. Tak and Kim separately arrive at the lab and stop the Prime Minister from killing Lim. He turns out to be an MH and Kim kills the Prime Minister. They also stop the remaining bombs from destroying the shelter and burn down the Bamseum lab.